Hey guys, it is Sonia from Jug Monkey Paint Company. Hopefully I have a good connection. Tell me if you can see me and if this video is going through okay. Pop on and say hey. Tell me where you're watching from. Coming to you live today from my studio here in Ligonier, Pennsylvania. It's a rainy one outside, which makes me feel uber creative today because rainy days, anybody else just, I don't know what it is, but it just makes me very mellow and I enjoy sitting on the floor working on some projects. And so anyway, my shop just closed here a little bit ago. So now is the time I can close the door and just kind of be here myself. Hey John, hey Betsy, be here myself working on some things behind the scenes. So I thought I'd pop on, say hello to all my Facebook friends, maybe help you guys out. Hey Jennifer, thanks for being on here. Hi, back at you girl. Thanks for being on here and help you guys out if you have any questions or just hang out for a little bit, right? Tell me what you're working on. Hey Lori, hey Beth from Maryland. Brenda, how are you doing? Brenda's out Christmas shopping. Oh my goodness. I saw a meme the other day and did you guys see it where the kid is there and it's like me just waiting for, Christmas music starting to play. Who's into the Christmas music mode? Can't wait for it all to happen, right? So I've had this mirror for a while in my shop and it's looking kind of bland to me. So I'm getting ready to paint some end tables. This is how my mind thinks. Anybody else? When you, Natalie, hey Natalie, still driving home? Be safe. All right, I know you're the passenger. It's all good. But yeah, it's raining out here. Natalie was just in my shop and we were talking all things creative. But I've had this mirror in my shop for a while and it just feels like it's missing something. Did you guys ever have a piece where, you just feel like it just lacks something? It needs something. I love this up here, the detailing and everything. But I was getting my paintbrush out to start on some end tables, and this is how I think. I feel like if I dip my brush in a can of paint, that it makes me want to add, like this, I'm using black today, so I'll add black to anything that I feel that maybe a black stencil could work with. So that's kind of how I, that's what I think like. That's my brain. So anyway, I was thinking that maybe if I put a stencil right here, my lovely Hobby Lobby stencil, it might give a whole new look to this piece, right? So somebody will come in and be like, oh, that's totally my taste. And so I'm going to add some black into it just to change up how it looks a little bit. So what's everybody getting into today? It's Saturday, at least the last time I checked it was. And it just feels like this week is flying. This month is flying. Oh my goodness. Anybody else feel like that? So I was just talking to Kate, who works with us in her shop. She gives me a hand in the shop, and if you're in her store, you'll see her. And it was so funny because Kate was getting ready to go to a Halloween party, and she was having fun getting her costume ready. And so I'm just wondering, who else has been to a costume party so far this year or this month, right? Hey, Tanya, thanks for being on here. Thank you for sharing, Lynette. I truly appreciate you. But yeah, anybody been to a Halloween party yet? Or going to one? Who's got the social life out there and has been having fun? What's been going on in your neck of the woods? Anything crazy? I can't believe this month is about to be up, right? So my son is 17 now. He doesn't dress up for trick-or-treating anymore. So those days are over. So tonight I'm sure there's lots of moms out there maybe doing some trick-or-treating with the kiddos. And so I'm working late tonight. I'm trying to get some projects done here before I head off. And I wanted to pop on and say hey. So let's take a look and see how this changes up the look of the piece. There we go. Just add a little bit of extra-sy on it, right? Hey Irene, hey Beth, thanks for being here. Yeah, just adding a little extra something to my piece. So I get my stencils, like this style one here came from Hobby Lobby. It's awesome, $2.99. Use your 40% off coupon and get it for even cheaper, right? Get it for like 40% off, or if it's on sale for half off that week. But sometimes if you just feel like a piece is lacking something, heck, find a stencil that just makes you happy and add a little extra something to it, right? So that's what I've got going down. So I painted this piece here. Whoops, work with me. I painted this piece here, oh my gosh, I want to say maybe 2 months ago, and I just feel like it's lacking. It just needs something. So maybe a little more distressing and a really cool pattern to add to it, right? And I'm just using my regular brush. If anybody has any questions, today will be a good day to ask them, as I have a few moments here to talk to you. And let me pull up and see if my iPad will show me any comments so I can talk to you guys. Let's see here. Let me see if I click this. What will I see? All right. But the key is when you're stenciling not to have a whole lot on your brush, just to kind of work it really, really slow. But it's worth it in the end. You can actually get what's called stencil adhesive, and you're able to basically spray the back of it. You'd want to do it obviously in a ventilated area, but you spray the back of it and it can maintain its stick to help you stick down your stencil for, I think it's something like, 3 or 4 uses. So if you find it hard to control it with your fingers, you can always do that, right? Hey Peggy, yes, you caught me live, girl. Getting ready to head home in just a little bit, but I thought I'd turn my camera on because I'm working on some things to inspire you guys, and I thought I'd say hello. So right now this looks different, right? You can see it's got a little extra detail up here. Hey Margie! And then we've got some extra detail down here. And then if I really want to, because you know what? I might really want to, I might put a little more black. So it's got the black here and the black here. I'm going to add a little bit of extra black, maybe on some of these lines up here, only because I want to bring the piece together, right? I want a little extra black, just kind of sit around and really just balance it out. Anybody working on any projects this weekend? So lots of people in the shop this week, getting their paint, getting ready to do their thing. So I'm curious what you've got going down. Anybody getting ready to paint anything? Hey Nancy. Thanks Peggy, appreciate it girl. It's all about experimenting, right? And getting it where you want it to be. But I'm just thinking a little bit of black will help kind of pull it together. So let me just add a little bit more down here. If I put my brush on an angle, I can just kind of add a little bit of black to the edges that it's raised up on. You just did your first brown glaze, Lori. How did it go? Glaze can be one of those things. Glaze is beautiful, but it can be one of those things that when you do for the very first time, you're like, oh my Lord, am I doing this right? And did I just ruin my piece, right? You just kind of got to go with it and get ready to paint it and then give it a nice, it was scary, right? Yeah, I know, we all been there, girl. We have all been there. But yeah, once you put it on, just make sure you keep a dry lint-free rag and a damp one, and only work in one area at a time. So for example, I'm going to work on these end stands now, but if I were to glaze them, I would do like the top first, then maybe do a leg, then work to my next leg, okay? That's kind of like how I would do it, right? Looking for feedback stencil. A feedback stencil? Did I maybe didn't quite get that one? Say that again. Oh my gosh. Yes, yeah, it'll work on metal, absolutely. Oh my goodness. So anyway, I'm going to put this one aside. I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. I got a little extra something going on here, so I know it just, makes it pop a little bit more. So if you ever have a piece of furniture that you do, add in just a little bit of a pattern stencil, because pattern stencils, a lot of times we find stencils that are like feathers or they're birds or there's something like that. But sometimes you find the small patterns and you're like, what the heck do I do with this, right? Maybe you just want to add a little bit of some polka dots or something. So always keep some of the pattern style stencils with you, because even though the piece didn't take the full section of it, I'm going to tell you, just like picking up some of these pieces and adding to a corner will really, really change the look of them, right? Make them look really nice. Feed sack. Now I got you. Looking for a feed sack. Debbie, I have the potato sacks here. I'm not sure if you're local or where you're located. Oh, Margie's been using her chocolate tour stencils. Those are awesome. Absolutely, girl. Can't wait to see what you've been up to. So these stands here came in today, and my customer, if you guys could see them up close, there is, let's see, somebody's drawn on there with Sharpie marker all over here. They've got like some burn marks, I guess that's what it is, that went down into the deep right here. And there's scratches, there's a crack down there. And do you know what that says to me? That's okay. That's totally okay, because the style that they want me to do is my favorite, which, you know what, say it before I say it, right? It's the shabby distress style. And so when I find pieces that are or people bring me pieces for that matter that are imperfect. That's okay. You don't have to apologize because you know what? The dog took a bite out of the leg on the back, or you know, there's Sharpie marker over them, because as long as you can see the full end result in your mind, which when you put on paint on them, I'm going to tell you, it just takes it to a whole new level. So for the color we're going to do, this was either going to be light or dark, right? And my customers decided that they would go with black. And I like it because black is a classic color that will go with anything. It will go with anything. It'll stand the test of time, and you can change out your wall colors as many times as you want. So if you're somebody that just wants to finish your furniture and have it done, and you want to keep it like that forever, you know what? You might not want to go with a teal or something like that, because in a few years you might not want it anymore, and then you're going to have to redo it. For somebody like me, honestly, once you do this and you see how easy it is, you realize you can change out the color of the buffet that you have any day of the week. It makes it so easy, right? Lisa, I do. I have some in the closet, and I just didn't go get them. If Matt was here, he'd be yelling at me going, "Get your knee pads, lady!" So like I say, Matt splurges on me and buys me the luxury things that I would never buy for myself, right? Which is the perfect gift, because when you're gifting stuff to other people, you should always buy them the things that they wouldn't buy for themselves, right? So he upgraded me to some really nice gel pads, and I've been doing better with wearing them because I just get excited and I just want to get started on a project. So if he was on here now, he's going to scold me. Don't be surprised if he shows up and starts to tell me off, all right? Yeah, Lisa. Way to go, Matt, right? So anyway, this is what we're doing. But yeah, Kate was getting ready and getting ready to go to a Halloween party here earlier. And it was funny because she was dressing up as one of her artists that she really likes. And she was putting tattoos on her arms, and I just thought it was so funny. To be like 18 again, right? To be 18 again, all the fun, all the funness, you know. You really haven't started necessarily adulting just yet, right? Margie, do I put wax on with a brush or a rag? When I wax, I've done both. But for me, for the pieces that you've seen me do here, my preference is actually a poly versus a wax. So I just like how easy it is to use. I find it easier than the wax. I like the feel of it when it's done. I can polish it, and I can get it in all kinds of sheens, right? So most of the time when I'm sealing a piece, unless somebody wants a really high-end looking piece, like they want it, you know, really glossy and they don't want any distressing, most of the time I'm going to use a matte poly, or I'm going to use a satin poly. But when somebody wants a piece and they want it to look really, really high-end and glam, and maybe they want to just, you know, navy or black, and they want really lots of gloss on it because that's their style, is contemporary and modern, I can go switch out and actually just get a high gloss, and it's awesome. So now down here, these legs are terrific because they've got all these, like, you know, what looks like just big rings around them. So these are going to be awesome. So remember, when you're painting things that are circular, always go with the shape of the object. You'll get a nicer finish the way the paint lays. This paint self-levels anyhow, but it just looks very unprofessional when you paint up and down something that's actually made to be round. So that's just, you know, even when you're doing things as simple as mason jars, it'll make your project stand out so much nicer if you just do that alone. But look how pretty that is, right? I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So I'm doing this in a shabby distress style. So my weapon of choice is going to be, of course, my shabby chip brush. You guys know I've been painting with shabby chip brushes for like 8 years. Absolutely love them. And they're perfect. Not only are they cheap, but for distress style, the bristles are made in such a way that they spray open. So it leaves a trail. So if you can see this up close, you're also seeing peaks of like the wood coming through, right? Just a little bit. So I'm going to be doing some distressing to these tables as well. Really just play up. So I'm just doing one coat right now, and my plan of attack will be to do one coat, let that dry, which it'll dry relatively quickly, And then I'll go and I'll add a second layer, but only to some places, okay? So, hey Tess, yes, I know, during the daylight, go figure, right? Because you guys know I'm usually on here late at night. Today was a rainy day, Tess, and so I closed my shop door here. We closed at 4, and now I'm just kind of sitting back and getting a head start on these tables for a customer. So having some fun today. What are you up to? All right. Do you never have the standard prime with Junk Monkey paint? I would say that's pretty much true 99% of the time. Sometimes you'll run into an exception where you're working on a piece where the paint will still stick to it, but durability might be a factor, right? So what you'd want to do if you ever have a piece that is highly shiny is just grab a sand block like this here. And just basically go in circles, because you want to make basically, you kind of want to just break up the surface a little bit, okay? And whether you can see it or not, you can just kind of go in circles. You might even start to see the trail marks that it leaves. That really just opens up the wood pores. It just knocks a little bit of that top sealer off, and it gives you a much more durable piece, right? So that's always a good thing. Do a test if you think that you have something that might be repellent to paint. You could always do a test somewhere. But the other thing is, when I'm painting laminate, I think in my mind that the first coat I lay down is a thin coat, and I think of it just like primer. Even though it's not, in my mind, I think to myself, okay, the first layer that I put down is going to be very, very light. I'm going to let that stick, and then I'm going to come back. You know, if you can leave it overnight, really let it seal good, and then I can give it a light buff and go over it again with a second coat. But sometimes if you put too much on a laminate piece, it gets, sometimes, you know, it can just not be happy, right? And then if you really have something that's going to get a lot of use, like a tabletop, you may want to take the extra step, because think about how much use you give a tabletop, like in terms of a dining room table. Just take out your sander and do a nice buff of the top of it, okay? It'll get rid of any sort of, you know, dirt and grime that's stuck on it, so it's kind of twofold. But again, it also just gives the top extra grit, so the table can get a really good, you know, attachment to it. So really, really easy. I'm going to go around here. Anytime I see tables like this, they might be brown and frowny, Sharpie markers on them, burn marks. Don't care, because you know what? Put them in black and it's amazing. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Get back here, girl. Get back here. Hey, Erin. Nice to see you on here. So I'm just going to work my way around here. I can do 2 of these stands with a can, which is nice. So think about that. So for a can of paint, it's $10.75. And I'll get, even though these things are big honking things, I will get 2 out of them for sure, and probably even have paint left. So it's just so easy to give a nice update. You just gotta have patience to do it. But honestly, if you want to, you know, I can't think of an easier way to give a new look to a piece. You could start on it and have it done in the afternoon, you know. Start it on after lunch and have it done by supper. It's so easy. And the more you do it, the faster you get with it. So, you know, your speed time increases, right? Carrie, you'll be back for shipping tomorrow. Sounds good. You enjoy your day-long vacation, girl. There you go. So what do you guys think? Is it coming out nice? Is it coming out nice already? You're seeing the difference in it? I'll be sure to post a picture as well when it's done. Anybody else got any more questions while I'm on here that I can help you answer? If I didn't see your question before, just drop it again. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it below. Like right here, the dowel is missing. Don't care. Even when you paint something in black, black is a really nice hide, right? Like think about when you put a black dress on and it's very flattering. So if you have a piece that has some issues like dowels missing that's inside there, doesn't matter. You put a black dress on it and she is gonna shine and be absolutely beautiful. So, so easy. So who out there, anybody out there got a set of tables like this? Hey, Carrie from San Jose, California. You like the contrast? Yeah, right? So you just wait, Betsy, because what happens is once I put this on and it dries, then I can take my sand pad and knock off to get some of that brown wood coming through, which is the look that we're going to, right? All right, yes. If you just leave that with any of our paints, if you don't seal it, basically what you have is a chalkboard. So there are people that love to buy our paints just to paint walls, just to have accent walls, or to paint a tabletop, which I gotta tell you guys, last year for Christmas I sold a ton of these. I'm gonna give you an idea. If you have little ones in your life, that if you go out and you find really, really cheap small tables, it could be something like this for $5, $10 that you find, just painting the top of it. You could paint the bottom teal or do something fun with it. And you could paint the chalkboard any color as well with any of our paint. But if you were to do a table that's perfectly their size, you could find some little chairs too if you want. In fact, I was just talking to a customer today that said they went to an auction and found some little mini chairs for $1 a piece, okay? But the moment that you put a table like this, paired with some chairs, and then you do a chalk top, you can actually get a really cute basket, maybe in something that they like, a theme that they like, fill it with some pretty chalk, and then give it to them as a gift, right? And they've got the perfect little artist station. It is absolutely amazing. I like to do that as well with cabinet doors, because I love my little customers just like I love my moms and dads that come into my store. But sometimes the little ones are like, okay, you know, what's here for me to do? So I always keep a cabinet door, and I painted it in fun colors and keep chalk with it. So I just hand them the cabinet door. And so my mom and dad is trying to decide colors or paint colors. You know, the little ones have something to do, right? So that's always a fun thing too. Let's see. Yep. So Annie's asking about, you want the rest of the piece to still show an original color. How do we do that? I'm planning on doing a dresser. Yeah, so Annie, all you do is you pick the places that you want the glaze to go in. So you don't have to do it all over. You could actually just do, so say for example, I just want it, so black is not something that obviously you're going to be able to glaze. Black is the most absolute color, right? So if I put a black glaze on here, do you think you're going to see it? Probably not, right? If I put a brown glaze on here, it's going to be really, really hard to see it because black is just going to absolutely overtake the color in the glaze. But if I had any other color on here, whether it's lights to brights like teals or anything like that, when I put glaze on, if I only wanted it to be in, let's just say, the inner creases of these beautiful eggs down here, and I want it to look like dust or dirt had collected in them, then all I'm going to do is actually just get a small brush, like a small paintbrush, and then I'm going to paint the glaze in. I'm going to take the time to hand paint the glaze into each one of these circles that are in here, these cutouts, and then I'm going to take a very lightly damp rag. You guys know I like to keep a spray bottle, lint-free rag, spray it a couple times. You don't want it to be soaking wet, right? But you do want to put it in there, and then when you do the white, you want your glaze to stay in there, okay? There you go. Sound good? Kelly, it's crud cutter. Love my crud cutter. Absolutely love my crud cutter. And you can get it pretty much everywhere, but if you have access to like a Lowe's or a Home Depot, you're definitely going to find it there as well, okay? There you go. Oh no, somebody's having a bad day. Oh dear. That's okay. We love you anyhow. We love you, even though you're crazy. All right. Hey, Tara, how are you? Thanks for being on here. Yeah, absolutely. So just putting a black dress on this gal here, and she's got a partner in crime over here, okay? Can you see that right here? So, there you go. Oh, you're so welcome, Tara. If you have any questions, girl, grab me now. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, we got an impatient person. Is that what it is, Monica? Do they realize it's live video? I don't know. They might want to leave, and because we're not going to hold them all hostage here, right? There is an X button in the top right corner, I'm pretty sure. But you can come back and you can fast forward if you want to do that. But I'm here to help you guys. So if you have any questions, let me know. Oh, very good. I like that look. Heck yeah. That's right, Tara. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's okay. And you guys realize that I do have a ban and delete button. Oh! Right? All right, let's see. Yeah, absolutely. There you go. There you go. So I am loving how this is going to turn out. I'm going to keep working on it, and then I'm going to come in And maybe what I'll do is I'll put the color on both places right now, and like on both tables, and then once they dry, tomorrow I'm in the shop. I'll come on and I'll show you how I do a little distressing and a few other things that I'm going to do with it just to really, really play it up right. Thank you very, very much. Here's the thing. Be yourself, and, you know, just be yourself, be you, and you know what? You be you, I'll be me. Tess says, where's Matt? Oh my gosh, you saw a good show the other night. Let's see, he dropped our son off because our son is playing tonight. He is a bass player, loves music. And my son was never into sports, right? He's more of a music fan, and so he's actually playing tonight. He's in a band, and he's getting to play tonight for a 21 and under party with his buddies. How awesome is that? Anthony, do you need to take a nap, buddy? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for you. Yeah, go take a nap. Go get your blanket and take a nap. It's the best thing I can tell you. So anything else I can help you guys with and answer any questions that you might have right now? Yay! Love it! My hair is shiny today. It's because I showered this morning. True story, right, Kimberly? True story. It was a win. It was a win. Yep. So I'm going to keep painting here behind the scenes, and then I'll pop back on tomorrow and show you some other steps I'm going to go do with it. Did you guys see the piece in the back that actually got finished up finally today? I had to get underneath it and do some more polishing and things with it. And then, oh yeah, seriously, girl. You gotta have a sense of humor, right? Absolutely. Especially, you gotta have a sense of humor, especially when you're dealing with the crazies, right? Yeah, good, Debbie. That's what I'm here for, to help you, girl. But do you see that piece back there that I was working on? It is all done. It's gonna be picked up tomorrow by my customer. It was a desk, and now it's actually, it's going to be a vanity. So, Bessie, I am gonna do another 30-day challenge. You guys like those? We're totally gonna do that. Absolutely. All right, so I'm going to pop off of here. I'm going to continue to work my magic on this one. If you guys are interested in the paint, just say goodnight, Anthony. Bye, Felicia. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. So yeah, we're going to do the other one and let those dry, distress them, seal them. They're going to be gorgeous, I'm going to tell you right now. But yeah, it's $10.75 a can, and for those of you who asked, you can actually go to junkmonkeypaint.com and find it. Tara, I think that's a brilliant idea, a 30-day Christmas challenge. I kind of like that idea. The vanity color is, it's called Sweet Sunset, and yeah, so pretty, right? It's sweet. It's sweet. It's perfect for a little girl. I love it. Love it. Love it. All right. Hey, Catherine. No worries, honey bunny. This is live, okay, Catherine? So I don't know if you know what that means, but I'm a real live human person, and I'm not just a talking mouth. I'm a live human person. So anyway, we'll just have to help Catherine to figure out how to get off my page, girl. I'm so sorry. Peggy, 30-day challenge. Yes, absolutely. It's coming up. Oh, thank you for the hearts. I love you guys. You're awesome. All right, so go do something fun tonight. Go watch a scary movie. I got to go watch, anybody see yet the second season of, oh, what's it called? Help me. What's the season called? What's the show called? Stranger Things. Yes, I've got to go watch that tonight. So this is what I'm going to do. This is exactly what I'm going to do, is to go home tonight and watch Stranger Things and just hang out a little bit more. So thank you for hanging out with me. I had fun hanging out with you. I just want to pop on, give you some inspiration for the day, and take any questions that I could help you guys with. So have a terrific evening. All right. Take care. Bye.